Today, we're going to talk about the Sex Pistols and John Linden, aka Johnny Rotten. Uh, the story of the Sex Pistols is legendary. In fact, Johnny Rotten used to hang out at a fetish clothing place called SEX, and for a while was touring with uh, traveling with the New York Dolls, and had a sense of fashion, which with the promoters put him as a great frontman behind guitarist Steve Jones. They had great success with Anarchy in the USA and a number of other albums. And Johnny Rotten, after leaving the Sex Pistols, in part because of disagreements with their decision to go to Brazil to record with a famous train robber, uh, continued to have a career. The story of the Sex Pistols, the heroin, the outlandish and out of control behavior was featured in a number of biopics. Sid and Nancy, a very depressing and upfront confrontation of uh, the basis, Sid Vicious with his girlfriend Nancy and their heroin addiction, and other stories. But the nonfiction story was Lonely Boy: Tales from a Sex Pistol, written by Steve Jones as a memoir in 2016. Danny Boyle, a great director who did Slumdog Millionaire, Trainspotting, was brought on to direct a series called Pistol that's going to premiere in 2022. The problem was that Johnny Linden, Johnny Rotten, didn't want the series to go forward, and he called it, quote, the most disrespectful shit I've ever had to endure. So, as always, or almost always happens in such instances, a lawsuit ensued, and the two surviving members of the band, other than Johnny Rotten, pointed out that they had entered into an agreement in 1998 that decisions involving the band would be by majority vote. And it was 2-1, and they said that they had the power to go forward with Pistol. Johnny Rotten claimed, quote, it's obvious I didn't understand what the agreement was. And frankly, as a heroin addict and Johnny Rotten being Johnny Rotten, that may or may not have been true. But in any case, when it was presented to the court, the lawyers for the remaining band members and for Pistol were successful in persuading the court that Johnny Rotten, Johnny Linden, was bound by the agreement. Personally, I'm really looking forward to the FX series Pistol, the excesses of the late 70s. And the moral of the story is, even if you're an out-of-control heroin addict frontman for the Sex Pistols, read and understand the contracts that you are signing.